Hey and hello there everyone, welcome back to the Post-Strike Streams Sunday edition. What is it, the 17th of August? Oh my gosh, how are we this far into the month? I don't really know. But hi, hello. Let's say hi to some people very quickly. I am aware I'm like 2 or 3 minutes late. I'll explain why in a second. But here we go. So, Small Shiny Guy, hi. Jupiter, hi. Chris, hi. Sky, hi. Zach, hi. Zonda, hi. Amelia, hi. And that's probably about it, isn't it? So let me just change the top chat to all chat so that YouTube doesn't filter anyone out. And let's get into the game and stuff like that. So, lovely to see you all here. I hope that you had a good Saturday for those of you who I saw yesterday. And if I haven't seen any of you for about a week or so, then I hope you've had a good week or so. So there we go. Right. But yeah, no, it's the Sunday edition. I streamed yesterday, so it's only been a day. I hope that nothing profoundly wild has happened in the past day. And let's just get set up with all the legendary tickets and all that stuff, shall we? So my current tickets. Here are my current tickets. Hang on, just need to readjust my laptop a little bit. My tickets are for Thunderous, Kartana, and Stack-Attacker. And so if you are able to do Thunderous, Kartana, and or Stack-Attacker, then what I need you to do is I need you to say, strike I can do, and then let me know who you can do out of Thunderous, Kartana, and or Stack-Attacker. So please let me know. And I think that's just about it. So ready, set, Bo, let me know. And I'll get the spreadsheet up. I do apologize, my roommate has been away for a little bit. I think I have talked about this a little bit, that my roommate has been away recently. And she literally kind of got back home as I was going to start getting ready for the stream. But I wanted to kind of make sure that she, like, you know, got in the house and everything was all set up and good for her and stuff like that. So anyway, and Karen, you got me. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Oh, the spreadsheet. She's filling herself in. Is Cram in here, or is Zonda helping out? Who knows? And Sky, I'm glad your week has been pretty good, because yeah, we don't you do very kindly come in to say hi on Saturdays, but yeah, we don't really get to like catch up or see what's going on or anything like that. I did. Hang on a minute. Did Kieran try and? Oh no, I misread. Oh, okay, I got faked out there. I thought Kieran was faking me out, but I got faked out for. I thought that was like all much cleverer than it ended up being. Anyway, ignore me. Ignore me. What did Kieran miss yesterday? Well, we got all 5 of the remaining shinies I needed, but we're just doing them today anyway because lol. But no, nothing much. I don't. No, Onlara got a Cramorant, right? Like that was the shiny, so we got something, but it wasn't new. Like Onlara did already have a Cramorant, so So that kind of... Small Shiny Guy, hunting Applin. Now, what is your method for it? Are you just going in the little apple trees? Have you got an outbreak? Are you breeding? I did, like, outbreaks, but it was very annoying. Please don't ever add another evolution of Appleton or Applin ever again. Okay, anyway, Buck. Let's see. So we've got Sky, we've got Amelia, and we've got Kieran. We can definitely do Thunderous. So why don't we begin with Thunderous, and then why don't we take it from there? But thank you for doing the spreadsheet, Cramming, if that is indeed you. Because if you replied in chat saying yes, I can't see it. Okay, so why don't we begin with that? Skywatcher, Amelia, and Kieran, and then we will go from there. So please make sure the 3 of you in Team 1 Skywatcher Amelia Kieran, that you are connected to the internet on the Wycom, and then talk to the nice scientist lady. And you're going to say that you want to do a Dynamax adventure, because it'd be weird doing a Dynamax adventure and then not wanting to do a Dynamax adventure. A Dynamax adventure stream and then not doing a Dynamax adventure. We're going to say anything's fine, but I'm going to say Thunderous to set things up. And then we will go from there. So, Xander, how is being back at work? Let's get the depressing subjects out of the way. No, okay. Link code. No, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that, like, work is inherently a bad thing. Hopefully for most people, work is, like, quite a nice thing that you get fulfillment out of and stuff like that. But, you know. But nevertheless, like, when you have a week away, when you have, like, no responsibilities for, like, a whole week, it is, like, quite nice to, you know, obviously then having to, even if you enjoy your work, then having to, like, have responsibilities or going from no pressure to some pressure is still gonna be something. Now, is that a new Kieran name? Or have we got a mysterious person joining us? Is this like the Nintendo Switch 2 account, or do we need to like do a reset or something? Okay, well, if you're saying a maybe, I'm going to take that as a yes. Thunderous, you guys know Thunderous. Rock and Ice are very, very nice, but they aren't the easiest thing to get, so we may need to get things defensively. Ground types are obviously brilliant. Lightning Rod Pokemon are incredible. Manectric and Cantonian Raichu. Let's not forget, shout out to Volt Absorb Pokemon, Lantern, and Jolteon. And then the electric resistant trio of Dragon, Grass, and other electric types can be nifty too. And finally, Finamore, and finally, if we have, sorry, my legs are itching like crazy because of these flea bites and stuff. I might need to put a pair of socks on or something to just ease with the itching. And then, so the electric resistant trio is good as well. It has Sludge Wave for that spread poison damage, and then also just watch out for Rain Dance and Weather Ball and Rain Dance and Thunder. Water type damage, 100% accurate Thunder. And then if we change the weather, just watch out for that Weather Ball changing with it as well. Right, here we go. Do you want to know that Ralsei? I feel like I kind of maybe know that, but you might have to tell me. Pelipper is terrible against Thunderous. Jinx is ice, so that's pretty nice. Two water types. What is going on? Yeah, I might just put my socks on in a sec. Gosh, hang on. Oh, gosh. Okay. Yeah, hang on, I need to put my socks on so I don't, like, scratch this. Right. Oh, Jolteon Volt Absorb. There we go. And Charjabug is a good support Pokemon, in theory. In-game theory. So let's see. Persimmon. Persimmon does have a rock move. And there is grass and there is rock in the top left corner. So let's see. The left might be the way to go, but let's see. Because that might have been a Relicanth. Vespiquen, Tangela. Oh, there's Diglett, Diglett Dig, and there is a Gastrodon. Tyrantrum. Oh, Tyrantrum's really good. Okay, so if we go to the left, we can get like Persimmon, Dugtrio, and Tyrantrum. And maybe we actually want to switch everyone for all of these. I don't know what order we're going to do that in. But I would say a Tyrantrum is better than a Jolteon because it can use Max Rockfall. I would say... and then Dugtrio. Dugtrio is obviously great. Yeah, we'll figure out who's good against, like, what. Charjabug and Jolteon are rubbish against Dugtrio, so maybe... But Jolteon we want to get rid of for Tyrantrum, so maybe we could get rid of, like, Charjabug maybe we could get rid of, like, Charger Bug next time. And then, or maybe we could get rid of Charger Bug now, and then Jellicent next, and then Jolteon afterwards. Does that sound okay? Sorry, I'm trying to, like, I'm trying to spin a lot of plates here. Science behind Dugtrio. I don't think we need it. Well, no. I say we don't need it. Maybe Jolteon could do the science, because Jolteon is bad against Dugtrio, although obviously Jolteon can use Helping Hand, which is pretty nifty. But maybe because we are only streaming twice a week now, maybe we could have Jolteon do the science. Like, maybe we could have Charger Bug switch now, because Persimmion's, like, quite useful to have. We need the Jellicent for the Dugtrio, and then we could switch the Jolteon so we don't have Dugtrio versus Jolteon. Maybe we could do that. Does that sound okay? Jinx is hard to take seriously. I mean, yeah, Jinx is such a weird Pokemon because they kind of, like, have to keep it in the game. Jinx is a controversial Pokemon, for anyone who doesn't know this, although I think a lot of people know it. It has a bit of a controversial history, and I don't really know... It's interesting that it's in Sword and Shield, basically, but I wonder if, basically, they'll try and not have Jinx in too many games in future. Like, they'll use it very sparingly. And where we've had things like, you know, Magmar and Electabuzz evolution, we want to catch everything. You don't have to keep them, but always catch them, catch them. Except we do want to get rid of Charger Bug and, you know, we want to use the Persimmon. You don't have to keep them, you don't have to use them, but you do have to catch them. But in this case, we do want to use this, I would say. So... Okay, so... Oh my gosh. Okay, so, Charger Bug switch, Charger Bug switch. Let's switch a Charger Bug switch. Charger Bug switch, Charger Bug switch. I'm sorry, Kieran, that you won't be able to do the science and that it'll have to be Sky who does the science. But Rock Tomb's kind of useful, because Thunderous doesn't have any flying moves. I still hope one day we get the evolution for Jinx. I would kind of like to... I would like to hope so too. I'd like to think that, you know, maybe we could, but... Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Oh, I thought it was before Dugtrio, not after. Oh, so we still have to... Okay, so but Jolteon can still use Helping Hand on Amelia's Jellicent, and that'll work really nicely. So if we do that, that'll be all right. Anyway, Bark. Yeah, no, Jinx. I mean, it'd be interesting if we did, wouldn't it? It'd be interesting if we did. Whether they, but again, but that's the thing. It's just one of those things where, like, if they introduce like a regional variant of Jinx, it means you have to program in the regular version of Jinx into the game, which then like draws attention to the fact that you have Jinx. Like, it draws attention to Jinx, which they may not want to do. So it might be a Pokemon that they sort of kind of quietly might want to retire or something, you know, but obviously they can't, because you can't like retire a Pokemon, but yeah. But if they had an evolution that kind of you know, kind of changed it a lot, then that could be kind of nifty. Ooh, Max Quake. Okay, that's not great. But luckily, Jellicent does have a physical move, so even though it's going to be boosting its special defense here, we're still hitting this thing physically, and it has a very weak physical defense. So even though my Ice Beam is less of an Ice Beam, we get the Cheese Freeze! The Cheese Freeze! Here's a Brick Break, more like a Deep Fake. See, like, that Brick Break did like as much as my Ice Beam because of that Max Quake, and because of its low physical defenses. Oh, look at that! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Charizard has enough forms. You can never have too many. But Charizard, let's give Charizard another form. But yeah, so it will be interesting. A Pokemon like Jinx, because of its controversies. I don't know whether it's a Pokemon which maybe someday they'll come back to, or whether they'll just kind of quietly distance themselves from it, or I don't know. I don't know. it'll be interesting to see like what they do. But okay. So yeah, so Jellicent switch, Jellicent switch. We're gonna switch the Jellicent switch, Jellicent switch, Jellicent switch. We're gonna switch the Jellicent switch, Jellicent switch, Jellicent switch, Jellicent switch. Nicely switched, Jellicent switch, Jellicent switch, and then we'll do the Jolteon for science. So this is a bit more of a... Okay, if this was before the Dog Trio, the science would have been, like, a little bit better. But Jolteon did use the Helping Hand, and that was helpful, so... with that Max Geyser. So let's see, for the sake of whimsy, see. But then, if you get something... If you get something amazing, then maybe we can... Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, so you're going to be switching for the Tyrantrum. But I was going to say, if you did get some, like, amazing ground type, like, if you'd gotten a Diggersby, then we could have said, like, oh, well, then, like, Kieran can switch for the Tyrantrum or something like that. But Kieran is super effective here, so that's why we didn't want Kieran to do the science either, because Persimmon has Rock Tomb for the Thunderous, and then, and it's super effective here, so it is very good. But nevertheless, Mushana's it's not bad. It's neutral against Tyrantrum, and it's like neutral against Thunderous, whereas Tyrantrum is very good against Thunderous. Like if we Dynamax it, so yeah. Right, I'm gonna Ice Beam, more like an Ice Beam, and then there we go. I believe I have told you guys, gals, and non-binary pals before about the origins of the word orange. Try saying origins of oranges. Origins of oranges. Origins of oranges. Origins of oranges. And their name, that they were... Oranges aren't called oranges because they're orange. They were called noranges. But then, as with a lot of words, there were a lot of words that, like... began with the letter N, but you would say like an orange, 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 an orange. And so a lot of words that like actually did begin with the letter N would kind of like drop the N, and they became an vowel word rather than a, you know, I'm not going to finish that sentence. But yeah. So, but the same thing happened with the word newt. They were, well, actually, no. Actually, newt is, no, I think newt is the other way around, actually. That it was like an oot, but an oot, or something like that. I think the newt was like the other way around. But yeah, anyway. Receiver, ooh, Sand Force. Okay, that's interesting. Right, Psyshock. Oh, so close, he says, whilst we're not really actually that close. Right, Ice Beam, more like an Ice Beam. Let me check the... Did I take a screenshot of the newt thing? I might not have. Hang on, I might be able to find it. Right, we want to catch everything. Sky wants to get rid of... Well, Mushana wants to switch, which I think means, like, Sky... Oh, hang on. Wait. I think I might have found it. Hang on. Ah, okay. No, never mind. It's not where I was. Anyway, sorry. Ignore me. This is why I shouldn't Google whilst trying to play the game, because it just means I get very boring. But there we go. Oh, yeah. The French word for unicorn, licorne, because it's like L apostrophe. Yeah. A lot of words in French like have like le something, but then it becomes like L apostrophe something, and yes. Right. Anyway, sorry. I'm supposed to say no here, aren't I? Right, hang on. Okay, here we go, guys, gals, non-binary pals. So if we Dynamax our Tyrantrum, if we use our Rock and Ice, that sounds pretty nice. And then there we go. Right, here we go. Sorry. Well, why am I trying to Google this? I don't know. Right, Ice Beam. More like an Ice Beam. Hopefully we get a Cheese Freeze here. This will be pretty fun. Okay. But yeah, so it's funny that like Orange went from having an N to losing it, whereas Newt didn't have an N but gained it. So it's the other way around. Right, I really do need to put this pair of socks on, aren't I? Because I just can't leave my I can't stop scratching my ankles. So hang on a sec. I hate wearing socks when I'm not like also wearing shoes, but what about you guys? Do you guys like going barefoot? Do you hate being barefoot? Do you like wearing things like flip-flops or Crocs or sandals? Do you like having your feet completely covered? Discuss. Oh, that was good. That was very, very good. But like when I really like being barefoot. I hate having like here's the thing. I don't mind shoes, right? I don't mind having shoes on, but like I either need to be barefoot or I need to have like, you know, socks and shoes. But I hate just having socks. I don't like that like you have less traction. I don't like the idea that like I could like fall over or slip over or something like that. Which is like a higher risk in socks. Like again, I with barefoot you have your feet firmly planted on the ground. Whereas with socks, like you're more likely to slip over. You have to be careful if you're just walking around in socks. So, but yeah, I hate like shoes off but socks on. I like having either barefoot or shoes and socks. But Kieran, you like being barefoot. Zach, you know the feeling between fleas and mosquitoes here in the south. You hate summer socks. Yeah, that's the thing, and because it's like hot as well, because like socks are really good. Like covering your feet and covering your hands is a really good way of like making sure you stay warm. I think I did see an experiment once where basically they had someone who was they had like a very big thick hat. By the way, stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars, we did it! Team won. That was fun. That was really good. So I think I did see an experiment once where basically they had someone who they had like a really thick like woolly hat. They had like really thick insulating gloves. They had like really thick insulated socks, and then they had like really thick insulated underwear as well. But then the rest of their body was bare. And then they had someone else who basically their head was bare, their hands were bare, their feet were bare, and then I guess basically just maybe around like the waist area was bare, well, not bare, but like sort of a bit less insulated or whatever, I don't know. But basically then they covered like the rest of their body. So they had like a, you know, like a puffy coat and puffy trousers or whatever. But the person who was just covering like their head and their hands and their feet, like they were warmer than the person who didn't cover any of those things, because those things like keep the heat in. So, oh, Amelia. Oh, Amelia got Tyrantrum. Let's go. Let's go. Amelia, that's awesome. Oh, and that's such a good one. That's such a good one. In fact, actually, with the exception of Doug Trio and Thunderous, sort of. Yeah, Persimmon or Tyrantrum would be really good. So the fact you got one of those, that's excellent. Oh, kudos. See, stars and sparkles works every time, sometimes. Persimmon is a no. Doug Trio is a Doug Tree no. Will we get a Skybow without Sky? No. Would have been funny, though. I don't think we've had a Skybow like without Sky, but when Sky has been in the raid as well. I don't think. I think we have had a Skybow without Sky. I think we've had like 2 Skybows with Sky and then a Skybow without Sky. But and then wasn't there like a 4th one with like Kevin and Xander both getting... I think there was one where like Kevin and Xander got one. There was one where me and someone else got one, like me and Tenchi or something like that. And then 2 with like me and Sky. I can't remember. Right, anyway. So Persimmon, no. Duckshire, no. Tyrantrum, no. Will we get the slightly purple Thunderous? No. Dang. I really need to keep track of like... when I'm due legendaries now, because I've kind of forgotten, and I should maybe I should have maybe I need to put a thing on the spreadsheet saying like when I last got when I last got my shiny and like how many battles I've done or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, let's check some natures. I'm just going to read them off. I'm not going to try and guess them or memorize them. Quirky, no. Adamant, that's pretty good. Impish, ooh. And naive. Why was I so naive? I'm going to go for the Doug Trio, though. So there we go. Doug Trio. I did pick the right thing, right? Okay. So... Tyrantrum has an impish nature. It did, which isn't the best one for it, but we have the mints and stuff like that now, so, eh. Right, chat. Not sure how many people are here. Genshin finished downloading on PS5. Excellent, well, that's good. Okay, hang on. I do just need to... I think I need to change my regular template at the beginning of the stream to, like, have the legendaries written on it. Because that kind of makes sense. I only ever use the initial template. At the very beginning of the stream when we are doing the 3 things. So, anyway, Bog. Okay, so, guys, gals, non-binary pals, we have Kartana and we have Stack Attacker. Do we have people who can do Kartana and Stack Attacker? Or who might be willing to, like, join us despite not being able to do them? We've kind of reached that part of the strike streams now. Kramen is speedrunning it right now. He's glitching through walls and filling in spreadsheets. Kramen, how you doing? Very good to see you. And thank you for doing the spreadsheet at the beginning, because I was a couple of minutes late. So yeah, ready, set, bow. Let me know if you can do... okay, Sky can do Kartana, and Amelia can do Kartana. So can Kieran on an account can do Kartana, maybe? That would be fun. Xander been having too much fun 100% DK Bonanza. That's good to hear, because I've been meaning to ask, like, had you got it, and... how you've been enjoying it and stuff like that. I remember like when the Direct came out, you were sort of thinking like, yeah, I'm probably going to get it at some point or whatever. But and maybe you actually had said about getting it at some point, but we definitely haven't followed up with like how you've been enjoying it. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Spreadsheet stuff is the least I can do, not having had a free weekend to stream Modern Warfare. No, Kramen, it doesn't. Don't worry. Like again, you just like even creating the spreadsheet was, your spreadsheet was like way more advanced than like anything I made to like have temporarily. So, right, hang on a second. Let me get rid of this stuff. Okay, so why don't we have Sky, Amelia, and Kieran? Team 1 is now Team 2. And let's make it through with a Kartana. So please on the Ycom, make sure you are connected to the internet. Make sure you talk to the nice scientist lady. And say that anything goes. But I'm going to say Kartana. And then there we go. 100%ed it last night. Dang. We're breaking through. Man, I love that song as well. I don't even have the game, but I love that song. I've listened to it a whole bunch. Let's go 08170233. This is the code. But that's very cool. But no, congrats, Xander. I'm glad you've been having fun with it. Again, it looks like an amazing game. I can't wait to sort of... See, chat, this is where... Is there like too much audacity in saying, I look forward to playing it someday? Or do I need to be a bit more like, I hope I get to play it someday? Because I feel like saying, I hope I'm able to have enough money to be able to buy a Switch 2 and some video games. Is that really too much to ask? Like, this is the thing. This is the point I'm getting at. Like, is it too negative saying, I hope I can play it someday versus when I play it someday? Where is the line? This is where my Britishness really, like, messes with my head. Okay, so Kartana, special fire type attacks are the way to go. Watch out for its leaf blade. Let's do this. Let's get lots of shinies. The Bonanza themes are so good, Xander says. Okay, so yeah, Gastrodon, for example, is terrible against leaf blade. So we don't want that. I might go for Bishop just because it is a good Pokemon and maybe Metal Sound could be useful. But yeah, these are really not good choices for, like, a Kartana. We're definitely going to have to do some switches. It's a bit annoying, because a Gastrodon is good against a fire type, whereas, like, Sandslash isn't. But if we do pick Gastrodon, we are going to have to switch it. Like, if there isn't a fire type to switch for it, we're going to have to switch for it. Although Relicanth is probably arguably a better Gastrodon, but... like, sort of thing. Like, if we're going to go for something with, like, some raw power to get us through the battles, Relicanth is the better choice. But we got to hope there's a fire type that... it's more neutral than negative. Yeah, there we go. That's the thing. It's not really, like, arrogant, is it? It's just kind of neutral. That's the thing. Right, there is... no, that's Sharpedo, not Absol, isn't it? Dang it! No, that is Absol. Okay, Absol does have a fire move, so that's something. We could go for the Absol. That would absolutely be fine. And then there is Gerda. But yeah, these are some slim... The choices here are slim. See, is Sky gonna have to switch a Relicanth for an Absol? I really don't want to do that, but I think we're gonna have to. I think we are going to have to. I didn't see... did anyone see any science on this left side? Oh, no! 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 Amelia just said the internet's down. No! Oh, no, that person on the right. That person on the right. That doesn't look like a person. That looks like a generic trainer. No! 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 Hang on, we've got to check. Hang on. Oh, you're at the bottom. Portia, no! No! Okay, guys, we're going to have to be very careful. Oh, God. Okay. What do we do? This isn't great. This isn't ideal. Hang on. I know that this is a weird choice, Bo. Why are you using your dark move instead of your poison move? Because they effectively are the same, essentially, is my idea. Oh, no. Okay, well, Amelia... so Amelia's, like, back in the stream, but not in the game. So, Amelia, what's, like, happening in your game right now? Because, obviously, you're not with us anymore, so... so are you just playing with a bunch of computers, or have you, like, skipped ahead a battle? Like, sometimes it does the thing where it, like, skips you ahead a battle. What's going on? Like, what does your multiverse look like? Oh, the fire blast! And it went for Sandslash! Oh gosh, we have two Pokemon. Oh gosh, we have two Pokemon that are bad against fire. Like, really bad against fire. Okay. I don't know who we switch here, is the thing. Here's the thing. I don't know who... you're back in the lobby. No! No. Okay, well, we'll try and like play with you again after this, but like no. You went on Genshin and wow, everything moves smoother. That's basically like what I've heard and seen. So that's interesting. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Amelia. We will try and get to you in like... maybe we could even just try for Kartana again. Like, if we don't have enough people for Stack Attacker, like if someone doesn't come along who can do Stack Attacker, maybe we could just try Kartana again. If, like, everyone would be okay with that. But obviously, that's if someone doesn't get a shiny. Which could happen. It could happen. Emotional damage! But yeah, I'm sorry. Right, here we go. So we want to catch everything. You don't have to use them. You don't have to keep them, except we do want to use this. That catchphrase is already kind of not working out. But here we go. Let me just check. Oh yeah, hang on. Newsletter, email. Get out of here. I can delete that. But yeah, that's the thing. If we don't have enough people for a stack attacker, but we just had someone kicked out for a Kartana, like, we could just do Kartana. Oh, who do we get rid of? I'm going to say no for now, just to see what Portia does. Because if Portia takes the Absol, maybe... Okay. Maybe the Relicanth then. Maybe we do just need to still get rid of the Relicanth. Oh, gosh, we didn't... Oh, God, someone needs to take this. Kieran, it's up to you. We need fire. Okay. Whew. We did it. Okay, sorry. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Oh, Hitmonlee! Hitmonlee has Blaze Kick, so we could switch for Hitmonlee. I'm terrible against Hitmonlee, but we could switch to Hitmonlee, and then we could just go for, like, the Girder, maybe. Maybe we could do something... Oh, maybe we could have, like, myself and Sky switch for these next two, and, like, that could be the ticket to success. It does mean Portia would have to stick with the Sandslash, but I would be okay with that. Sandslash does resist Leaf Blade. So... all of us are weak to fighting. We are all weak to fighting. I was just focused on me and the Sandslash. I forgot about the other two being weak to it as well. But that's okay. We have psychic moves and stuff, right? You press no by accident. No. That's okay, though. But here's the thing. I think... So basically... Sky, I think if I switch for this, right, and then if you switch for the Girder, I think that'll work. And then Portia will be forced to keep the Sandslash. I don't think there's any science or anything. And then I think that will actually work out okay. So, if that sounds okay, then hopefully that'll work. But yeah, has everyone downloaded their shiny Wochiens and their Pokemon Worlds for a giraffe? I am asking again, because I don't have anything else to ask. But no, I had that in my notes for yesterday. I may as well say it again today. That's the thing, fighting is the next best option. Oh gosh, ×4 super effective close combat. Ah, crud. Okay, but it did just lower its own defenses, so as long as we attack it, then there we go. And then Chen Pao will be, sort of, you know, stepping up to the plate soon as well, as far as a shiny, so... Okay, speed down, that's actually pretty helpful, won't lie. Liquidation. Defense down? No, okay, fine. Avalanche for the win! No, okay. If I could have got my psychic move in, we would have won. But I'll have to cheer you guys, gals, non-binary pals on. And then here we go. Is for a giraffe a code? Yes, and it's like... Was it World's Armatail? So like W0... Hang on. I can type. It's easier for me to type this, isn't it? It was some... I think it was something like this. Oh, Xander just typed it way faster than me. In fairness, I have to lean over a desk, okay? But no, yeah. So, but we both did type the same thing. I think that was it, though, right? I don't know if Xander looked it up or... Can't hear step up to the plate without thinking of P4G. Hang on, what is step up to the plate? Anyway, Bark. Okay, so I said I'm gonna take this, aren't I? That's one of the lines from the battle theme. Oh, you still had it copied and pasted from yesterday. Curse you! I was gonna say, that was like really quick, how quickly you did that. But yeah, and then if we go left for Gerda, again, I know we have this problem where it's like, but we're still weak to fighting types. I know, but it's all we can do. That's one of the lines from the battle theme for getting the advantage over the enemy. Hang on, what game are we... Hang on, I'm getting very confused now. It's one of the lines from which battle theme, though? Right, I'm gonna low sweep at first, just because close combat is like the double-edged sword. Hang on, I think what's happening here is something has happened where I have either missed something or I've forgotten something. So, did I say the phrase "step up to the plate" so quickly that I forgot I said it, and then Xander was reacting to something that I forgot I said? Is that what has happened here? And is the theme... Okay. Okay, sorry, again, my mind goes like way too fast sometimes, and I will forget things that I have just said, because if I just use like a bit of phrasing, I don't really like lock in my bits of phrasing. If I'm like talking about like a whole story or something, you know, like if I'm like, okay, I just said like we'll switch Relicanth for Gerda, that's kind of like, you know, something actionable or a story. Like I remember that. I don't forget. I don't mean that like, oh, I just told a story and I forgot I told the story. But Relicanth, hang on. But it's just, but my little turns of phrase, like I don't give them like any real significance. Also, we didn't do a whole lot of damage there. Did Portia just use like sword stance or something? Okie doke. Anyway, my favorite Pokemon is Sceptile, because I was like a Hoenn baby, or like Pokemon Ruby was the game that like really got me into the series, and I loved Trico and Grovyle and Sceptile, and it was a blast. Okay, Max, guys, come on. We are going to beat this thing in 3 turns, provided nothing weird happens, and Sand Slash does its job. No, Absol, no. Dang und blast. But yes, what is everyone's favorite Pokemon here? Right, Avalanche. Okay, thank you for doing your job, Portia. You're slowing down the stream. Oh, I need to close combat this time, don't I? And then I have to hope that I don't die. Zach Brooksish. Well, I'm not slowing Gerda to slow it. I'm not. The reason I'm not using close combat is I don't want to weaken my defenses, because Gerda is a strong Pokemon. So if I just used close combat 3 times, like I would make myself susceptible to dying. Portia! Relicanth, we need you to bring it home. Because if like Gerda used a focus punch on me after like 1 or 2 close combats, that could be enough to KO me. So I'm using low sweep more to keep my defenses in check rather than to slow it down. The slowing it down is like a nice, you know, extra benefit in case it does, you know, anything happens. But yeah. But that was always the plan. So yeah. Right, anyway, Skylar's Blaziken. Blaziken is very cool. Again, Hoenn has very good starters. All 3 of them are, like, the Hoenn starters are my favorite in terms of just really liking all of them. And I think, and like them being like pretty cool, like decent Pokemon, stuff like that. Right, Relicanth switch, let's switch a Relicanth switch. Why did Portia pick an Everstone when Sandslash is useless with an Everstone? Portia sucks. Okay, how does Portia look on the spreadsheet? Hold on, I need to find out how Portia looks on the spreadsheet. What did we... Portia. S for super effective? No, she's terrible. Right, hang on. I'm going to change this. S for super effective. E for Eviolite on a Sand Slash. How did I give her an S tier? She was awful. Right. There we go. Okay. She's changed. Right, I'm going to Blaze... Oh, no, I can't Dynamax just yet, can I? Still going to Blaze Kick and hope that I get that 90% accurate. We haven't talked about NPC trainers in a long time. Yeah, no, we haven't really, like, just looked at the rankings. We always just have some unfortunate disconnect and then, like, one battle and we don't really, like, look at the references anymore. So... but yeah. Okie doke. Yeah, it's funny the things we haven't talked about in a long time. What was it we said the other day where it's like we haven't really talked about it or had it happen in a long time? I don't know, there are just certain things where we just haven't really... Like, we haven't used the, like, the second row in the spreadsheet for a very long time. Oh, Sky. Blaziken is partially your favorite, or your favorite partially because of due to the X and Y anime. X and Y anime was really, really good. Like, that was, like, the best series. So if that's the only one you watched fully, like, that's pretty cool. Because, wow, did we beat that in one turn without any Dynamax? That's pretty cool. Right, so stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. Get those emojis in. Well done, everyone. But yeah, the XY series was so good. XY series was, like, the best. And then, again, I haven't seen, like, I only saw, like, the first part of the Alola series. I haven't seen the Galar, and I haven't seen Journey. The Scarlet and Violet, okay? So ignore that from what I'm about to say. But, like, the X and Y series was the best. The Diamond and Pearl was the second best. The Unova was the worst. And then I would say... Probably, and then I liked the Hoenn series, so I'm gonna rank that below the Diamond and Pearl series, and then the original series are like they're fine, they're they're good, they're classic, they're good fun, like that and Johto, they're pretty good, pretty fun. Right, Absol is a no. Hitmonlee is also a no. You can't spell Hitmonlee without no. Gerda. You can't spell Gerda without 3 R's. And, but will we get a silver thingied katana? No. Dang. Recently, the Diamond and Pearl opening has been stuck in your head. Oh, really? Trying to think. I sort of half have it in my head, but I can't quite think about it. Right, Absol. I'm just going to check it. Rash. Hasty. Let's not be too... Lax. Lax! There it is. Gentle and lax. There's always a gentle or a lax. So I'm going to go with the Hasty, because it is fun. You watched part of Indigo Leaves, Sun and Moon, and Journeys, but never finished them. May check out Horizons at some point. But right, Hitmonlee. Okay, so chat. Let's just check. Hold on. Who here can do Stack Attacker? If you can do Stack Attacker, because we do now have, a potentially different lineup of people. Who can do Stack Attacker? Could you guys please let me know? Strike in big capital letters, number of times you've played today, and then just let me know if you can do Stack Attacker. Because, like, if Sky can't, but Kiba can, then maybe we'll just have Kiba in, and then that'll work just the same. And then Sky could, like, join back in for the wild cards or something like that. So... welcome back. Would you like us to keep a record of where you found Kartana? Yes, I will, Clem Fandango. But ready, set, bow, all that stuff, let me know. Let's see who can do Stack Attacker. Because I would rather do Stack Attacker than, like, Kartana a second time, but... Oh, Sky's got to do dishes now anyway. So anyway, Bark, that works. Okay, so because I'm thinking we could have like Amelia, Kieran, and Kiba if Kiba can do Stack Attacker. I just can't remember if Kiba can do Stack Attacker. So if Kiba can do Stack Attacker, though, we'll be off to the races. See, saying a phrase like off to the races, if I hadn't just thought about the fact that I would forget phrases like saying off to the races, I would forget that. And then Xander would be like, that reminds me of that Mario Party minigame or whatever. I'd be like, what does? It's like the thing you just said. It's like, Xander, I forgot the thing I just said. So there's an example. You do have the shiny of that. Okay. Well then, Kiba, can you do Kartana? Because we could do Kartana a second time. If we don't have enough people for Stack Attacker, we could just do, like, Kartana again. If Kiba can do Kartana. Because that's the thing, Amelia missed out on Kartana. So, okay. So why don't we do Kartana again? 9, 10, start over again. Oh, Kieran. Maybe just do a disconnect just for, like, Amelia's sake. That sounds like an alternative to swearing. For Amelia's sake! But yeah, why don't we do a disconnect and a reconnect? And Amelia, even if you already did disconnect and reconnect, maybe just do this as well, like do a connect, disconnect, and reconnect, just to be safe. But once we are all disconnected and reconnected and connected and disconnected and then reconnected, why don't we anyway embark upon a Dynamax adventure? Why don't we talk to the lady? Why don't we say anything goes and then do Kartana? And then we'll go here, and we'll go here. I see the spreadsheet filling itself in. So thank you, Kramen. But yeah, let's go 0817 0255. This is Kartana, and this is going to be Amelia, Kieran, and Kiba. Team Keck. Go Team Keck. So here we go. And for those who can't remember 20 minutes ago, fire is super duper effective. Special type moves are better than physical. And then, fire and fighting, and watch out for Leaf Blade. There you go. But fire is really the GOAT. Fire is the GOAT. Fighting's an okay alternative, but we really do want, like, special fire rather than, like, physical fighting. So here we go. And then Kiba's going to be in 4th place, so Kiba's going to have the power. And then we should all be good, basically. Add Leon to the team. Make it Keck Leon. I like it. Okay. Cuba, where are you now? Cuba, we do to join the Frau. If Kiba, like, doesn't make it in for any reason, then what we'll do, if we get to, like, 30 seconds left, we'll go back out and go back in. But if Kiba doesn't join a second time, we'll just carry on with, like, 3 players. Kieran might say, I could join in on another Switch, and if you want to, then that'd be fantastic. But Kiba has made it now. Kiba. Let's just do this. So here we go. Satella, hi, welcome. Oh, we have beaten 2 Pokemon, so please make sure to like the video if you haven't already, because that is a helpful thing. It's a helpful thing. That is helpful. Electabuzz does have Helping Hand. Helping Hand is pretty nifty. But it's time to guilt trip my audience. We should have at least 7 likes, if not more. So if you have not yet clicked like on the video, now would be a fantastic time to do so. Electabuzz does have the Helping Hand, which can be very helpful. And then we could have, like, Doublade with Sacred Sword if in, like, 4th place. We definitely want the Doublade, because the other 2 suck against a Kartana. 12 likes. Oh, well, that's good. Good. Okay, well, I will have to remember to add 5 to my number that I was arbitrarily basing this off of. Right, here we go. Electric Rock. Oh, that was too much stuff. I wasn't paying attention. Hang on. Okay, Stunfisk, Aurorus, Exeggutor, Wartortle, Sharpedo, Clink Clang, some other Stunfisk. Why have we got all the Stunfisks? Oh, these are terrible. These are all weak to grass. What's grass? Okay, science to the left, science to the right. I'm just going to go left because we've got super effective to the left. This is terrible. That final row is terrible. We're going to have to do some science. We're going to have to do some science. 12 likes but 13 viewers. Okay, wow. Okay, I didn't know there were that many viewers. I can only see that like a few people have chatted. Well, please like the video if you haven't already, or the stream, whatever. I know my YouTube stuff. Oh, I forgot to change Nightbot. This is a bad Kartana path. I will say this is a bad Kartana path. It's not great, but we have the power of Helping Hand. And we could always pit Electabuzz against one of the like water types in the final row, so that's not like the Poliwrath or something. Here's what I think we should do. I think we should have Copperaja do the science, because 1 isn't that Kieran, and 2 Doublade does have Sacred Sword, and at the very least I would kind of maybe like to keep that as our Dynamax move for the Kartana, probably. Does that sound like a plan? I know it is not much of a plan. DMs you reminding you to change Nightbot. I have it written in my book to change Nightbot. I just didn't do it yesterday. In fairness, I kind of want like this. I kind of want the weekend off a little bit because it's the weekend, and because today I still had to do like tons of chores. Like I said, my roommate was coming back from like a trip, and so I've basically spent the whole morning doing like laundry and cleaning and like just like different types of cleaning. So there's like cleaning like the kitchen and the surfaces, like, you know, running the dishwasher, like doing like loads of laundry for blankets, because again we have had these fleas, so I've just been trying to like vacuum everything and boil every blanket. Boil every blanket, climb every tree, on top of every mountain they're a part of you and me. Right, max overgrowth, please. Helping handed max overgrowth with the terrain up. Oh no, we want a helping hand. No. Oh no, helping hand. Hell, we want the helping hand for Electabuzz. Because, that would have done a ton more damage. Never mind. Right, body press. Oh, wait, no, we want flash. No, we don't want flash cannons. That's not very effective. That's fine. That one's fine. No, but the reason, that was the reason, though, I was thinking, though, that body press could be bad because of the static. Oh, gosh, and we said we wanted to keep the... Oh, this is going from bad to worse. Oh, no. Living in a house does feel different. It does, yes, that is true. But yeah, lots of stuff to do. Lots and lots of stuff to do. Right, okay. We should still win this turn, like, regardless. But okay, if we get rid of Copper... I know that Doublade now has the paralysis. But 2, 4, 6, 8. A heal cheer here would be great. Ooh, light screen. That's actually pretty useful. Okay, so we should get the win here. We have the terrain up, we got the helping hand. This is like my strongest max overgrowth. Kuduj. Very nicely done, Team 3. Team 3, isn't it? So well done, Team 3. I'm smiling with glee. Okay, so we don't want to switch for the Stunfisk, because Stunfisk is bad against grass moves. So I don't think that's a good idea. But I do think we want to do Copperaja for the Scientist, just because... like, maybe that'll work. In theory, in game theory. Like, Copperaja resists grass, and that's, like, pretty much all it has going for it. Body Press is a terrible move on Copperaja. It's great on other Pokemon. Terrible on Copperaja. But yeah. But yeah, for now, I would definitely say no switching. Well, I suppose in theory, Kieran could do like a double switch for the Whimsy, but no one else should be switching for this though. Okay, so, oh, Nelly. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to go, for the science here, just for the science. But in fairness, I'm super effective against this. Copperaja, which we're about to switch, is super effective against this. Electabuzz can just obviously go with electric now, because it's stab super effective. It's just that, like, round isn't a very powerful move. Like, adding a 1.5 times boost. Oh, adding a 1.5 times boost to Kieran, okay, good. I was like, Kieran, what are you doing? Like, it's the science. Oh, yes, fire type. There we go. Okay, we've won now. We've won. I mean, we haven't won this fight, but we've won against the Kartana. So there we go. Okie doke. Okay, so we have a team. We have a team. We have a path to victory now. But yeah, it's just, round isn't a very powerful move, whereas, like, giving a 1.5 times boost to a max overgrowth is definitely, that 1.5 times boost is definitely more powerful than a round, basically. What is the fire move? Talonflame has Flamethrower. So, although Talonflame is not a special attacking Pokemon really itself, although didn't we like look up Talonflame and find that its attack and special attack are like the same or very similar? I'm gonna look this up now. I'm gonna go like Talonflame Cerebi, because Talonflame has, yeah, an 81 attack and a 74 special attack. So yeah, having Flamethrower on a Talonflame actually isn't that wild. Like, you know, back when I first started this mode, I was thinking, like, oh my gosh, why did they give it, like, you know, like a move on the special side? That's terrible. Talonflame is a physical attacker. But actually, it kind of works just as well as a special attacker. So, so the attack is higher, but not by very much. Like, 81 to 74 is really not a big difference. That's very close to being a mixed attacker. Its attack is 1 point higher than a Glalie, and its special attack is 6 points lower than a Glalie, for context. Right, we do not want a Sharpedo. Definitely don't want that. So here we go. Or should I say here we go? Oh, actually, do I need to go on my shopping list and make sure I have... Oh, I haven't updated my, like, shopping list. Right, okay. And then if we go for Poliwrath here... I don't know what's to the right... No, right's Palpitoad. Yeah, if we go left for Poliwrath... Electabuzz is good against that. Sorry, I should have made this clearer, shouldn't I? But if we go for the Poliwrath, we're super effective against that, basically. We're, like, very super effective against this. So, like, Amelia can Dynamax and use some Max Lightning. I've got my Energy Ball. It's all good, basically. So... Right, do 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 dee do 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 do. Right, okay. Let's just check. Right, so I'm gonna Energy Ball. I'm not gonna Leaf Storm because there is that chance of it missing, and I want to play safe. Like, we're not gonna one-turn this thing in all likelihood. Like, if me using Leaf Storm is the difference between a 1-turn and a 2-turn, I apologize. But I think this is probably most definitely a 2-turn, so I'm going to just play it safe with the Energy Balls. Again, it's all about turning, like, 2-turn into 1, 3 turns into 2, stuff like that. And I don't think using Leaf Storm will do that, so... Doublade is no guard. That's true, but that doesn't affect Maractus at all, so... and it doesn't affect Talonflame's Hurricane or anything either. It basically just, all it does is it affects the interaction between Poliwrath and Doublade. So if Poliwrath had any inaccurate moves, they would be 100% accurate, and if Doublade has any inaccurate moves, they become. Oh, okay, we're going for that. To quote Jamie Lawson, I wasn't expecting that. Shade Van Fan, hello. But yeah, see, look, we've done like what, 3/4, 2/3 of the health. We should be good here. Whoa, see you getting 2 hits in a row. But again, the no guard doesn't affect that. So Max Lightning, very, very frightening me. Woo! Very nice. Very nice. Well done, everyone. Well done. Okay. So we want to catch this. I don't think we want to keep it, though, because it's a Kartana. So that's probably a bad idea. But otherwise, though, I think we should be alright here, basically. I know what I need to get. Sorry, I was just thinking, I haven't like updated my shopping list despite the fact that there are things I do like need to get this week. Okay, so yeah. Okay. So yeah, I know we have a paralyzed Doublade. I suppose that do you want to know the funny thing? We actually maybe could have switched the Doublade for Poliwrath to have like a stab fighting type Pokemon, but otherwise, yeah. But if Electabuzz uses Helping Hand here, Electabuzz is an incredible Helping Hand Pokemon. So if it uses Helping Hand on Talonflame, and then if Doublade just uses like the, Max Knuckle, I think if we just do all that kind of stuff, we should be fine here. It should be fine. Should I go for an... I tell you what, I'm going to go for an Acupressure here. Because I'm just going to go for an Acupressure here to, like, see what happens. I want to see... Because my Energy Ball isn't going to do very much. Sucker Punch is, like, crud. I'm going to do Acupressure here to see what happens, because this could be very funny. Sky finish, nice, nicely done. Oh, I know another thing I need. See, I'm thinking. See, I should have written all this stuff down when I thought of it, but I didn't think to write it down. Okay, here we go, everyone. Let's do this thing. Right, Helping Hand, nicely. Oh no! Oh no, it was used on me! Oh no! Oh wait, what the heck? That did so much. So basically, if we'd a Helping Hand to Talonflame, we would have got the KO there, right? I'm very confused. I'm very confused what's going on. That did so much damage. So much damage. Right, Leaf Blade. Oh, hang in there, Doublade. Okay, here's the Acupressure, the pointless Acupressure. What are we boosting? Oh no, it was the special attack. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dang. Dang. Oh, and that's gonna leave it with the tiniest bit left. Okay, I'm gonna go with a Sucker Punch here because I just want to see what happens. Maybe I'll snipe the KO. Okay, clap. Okay, and then Talonflame is... Oh, I'm going to get the win! Well done, Team 3. Very well done. Very well played, everyone. That was really good. So, stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars! Very well done, everyone. Very nice work indeed. We want to catch everything. You don't have to keep them, but always catch them, Ash, catch them. Seriously, though, very well done. Very well done. So, we'll check regarding wild cards and stack attackers, shall we? Because I don't know how many people we have or who we have or whatever. Okie doke. Diddle-a-diddle-a-doo. Right, Wow, Amelia, you are on the screen already. That was very fast. Okay, so here we go. Stunfisk is a no. Sharpedo is not purple. Poliwrath is not green. It's funny, two of these Pokemon I have had as shiny during the strike streams, which is wild. But they're not shiny here. But you know what I do need is shiny, though? Because I do have all of these Pokemon as shiny. It's just two of them I've had during the strike streams. But you know who else I need? The silver thingied Katana! No! Oh, come on. I really do need to look back and... Oh, the Katana's Lax. Are you kidding me? Sassy, bashful, quirky, and there's the Lax. There's always one. Okay, I'm just going to go with the... No, I'm going to go with quirky Poliwrath. Why not? Okay, so Poliwrath, we're bringing home the bacon. Not to mention the cave cabbage, stone squash, and purple bees. Okay, so here we go. Chat, my lovely chat. Would you like us to keep a record of where you found Katana? I'm going to say yes. So chat, my lovely chat. Here's what I need you to do. Why don't we say... You know, I'm kind of wondering... Hold on, I'm just going to point out something here. I think I need to change this on Nightbot. I think the thing I need to do is... I think I need to switch which way round. Oh, whoa! Person with a face is back and donating $3. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That's really kind. Thank you again for another super chat. That's really, really kind. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. Thank you, thank you. How's it going? It's going better for having a super chat and seeing you again. So chat, I'm just going to quickly point out my... my template here. The way I have the template, I have strike, the number of times played, and then I say I have the tickets for, and then I say I can do. I think I need to switch that the other way around, which is ironically how Amelia has written it. Because I think that's probably a bit simpler for people who, if they understand the regular strike system, that's an easier way for them to understand the wildcard strike system. So I think I need to change that. So if you're interested in doing the wild card, could you please follow Amelia's example by saying strike the number of times you've played, and then say, let me know what you can do out of Stack Attacker, Nihilego, Celesteela, right? Let me know which of those you can do, and then if you have the tickets for Nihilego or Celesteela, let me know that in brackets afterwards, okay? So, ready, set, bow, let me know. Because Amelia can do Stack Attacker. So that's the thing, if we had other people who could do Stack Attacker, then we'll do Stack Attacker. But if we have to move on to if we have to do the wild cards, we'll just do the wild cards. But yeah, so Sky is like, I can do Nihilego, Celesteela, but then no tickets. But you can't do Stack Attacker, so that's the thing. So we only have one Stack Attacker person out of like our 4 who have been here. So we just need Kiba and Kieran to chime in, and then we should be good. But yeah, so basically after this, I need to go on Nightbot and change the structure for the wildcard round, and then I need to change that timed schedule, which is still wrong. So let's see. Okay, I don't need this ticket for Stack Attacker, so don't worry about that. But that's but don't worry, that's all good. Right. Okay. So, Karen has. Okay. Okay, but I do need to. Okay, I don't know why people aren't putting okay, but I need to know who has what tickets though. It's not just about knowing what you guys can do. I do just need to be reminded of who, because Kiba, you have the Celesteela ticket, right? And Kieran, you have the Nihilego ticket. Yeah, so I need to. No, that's okay. I was just a bit confused how like you both didn't put about the ticket. I was like, did I mess up something? I thought I said like say what you can do, but then afterwards let me know if you have any of the tickets. So again, but that's okay. If I didn't say that, that's okay. I'm pretty sure I did say that. But if I didn't say that, or if I just didn't make it clear because I waffled or whatever, then that is fine as well. But okay, so Kieran does have Nihilego, so Sky can do so maybe we could do... Well, if Amelia can do Nihilego, Amelia said only about being able to do Stack Attacker. So can Amelia, so just to double check, because I think people might be getting a bit confused here, so I will double check this. So you cannot do Nihilego and you cannot do Celesteela. Like if someone else hosted, so, but yeah, I will change the Nightbot format for the wildcard. I don't know why I've always done it that well. No, I do know why I did it that way around. It's because basically the most important thing during the wildcard round is you do need to see who has the tickets. Like you can't do a wildcard round if people don't have the tickets. But the problem is it's kind of like flipping the regular template on its head. So whereas if I keep it more in line with the typical template, then like that kind of makes more sense, doesn't it? So, but so if Amelia can do Nihilego, we could have an Amelia, Kieran, and Skywatcher Nihilego round. If Kiba has Celesteela, we could do a Skywatcher, Amelia, and Kiba round or something like that. But it does depend because Amelia did say has only said Stack Attacker. So, so if Amelia can't do either of the wild cards, that might be a bit of a problem. So I'm just waiting for those responses, and then hang on, my chat is going a bit wiggity whack. Can I refresh this chat at all? Is there a way to refresh? Oh yeah, refresh. Hang on, here we go. Let me just try refresh. Because it was going wiggity whack there. So let me just see. I might end up having like a load of responses, and that could be what's going on here. But yeah, apologies. The chat, I now can't see anyone's chat, so I'm just waiting for chat to come back, and then we'll bring it on home from there. Okay, Mr. Chat, I do need the chat to come back now. Oh, there we go. Okay. You don't want to do Nihilego. What about Celesteela though? Can you do Celesteela? Again, if you don't want to do that either, that's fine. I just need to know. I just need to know if Kiba does definitely have the Celesteela ticket, if I've remembered that correctly. And then, okay. Okay, this also might just be like the end of the stream, because if we don't have enough people... If we only have like two... Well, unless Kieran wants to use like 2 accounts for the Nihilego. Oh no, wait, no. Kiba said about doing Nihilego. So if Kiba is here, Kiba could join us for a Oh no, we can do a Nihilego. We can definitely do a Nihilego. So Kieran, why don't you get a code set up? And then if Kiba doesn't join us or something like that, then 59-second rule, second switch. But yeah, so we could do that. Okay, so why don't we go on the YCOM? Why don't we talk to the nice lady? Kieran is going to be giving us a code. So if you are not Kieran, which includes me, we're going to say anything goes. And then we'll do this. Okay. But no, sorry, Amelia. I do appreciate you answering that question. I know that you did say like I can do stack attacker, and you didn't say anything else. But because people seem to have gotten confused, I just wanted to double check. I didn't want to like exclude you if you actually, like for example, I thought maybe that you might have thought, oh, I'll only list the things I have the tickets for, as opposed to the things that you can do. Oh, hang on. I believe we might have just had a Wonga, but I don't know if the message has come up. But on my phone, I think we may have just had a Wonga. But and based on the amount, I may even know who did the Wonga, but I'm not sure. Okay, so we've got 06, 44, 45, 61. Yeah, I don't see a Wonga, but I think we did just get a Wonga. I am gonna double check this. Yeah, I believe Satella just did a Wonga. So Satella, thank you so much. I'm sorry that the Wonga isn't coming in. I don't know why. Let me see if I can find your message for you. Hang on, because I might have a way of hang on, let's see if I can find this very quickly. Let's see. We're all in. Okay. So Nihilego is super duper mega weak to ground types. Steel types are the next best, and then water, and then psychic. So yeah, let me just see if I can. Let me just see if I can get this message to come up. My phone is loading. It's stuck in a spiral. It's spiraling. It's circling around and around. Barbarical, that's nice. I would just say Cherim does have the Sunny Day and Weather Ball. Weather Ball could be a water type move in a pinch. So I will just throw that out there. Okay. I'm gonna go with Sceptile just because it could help us get a ground type. Although Koffagrigus does have Psychic, which is super... Oh, Kangaskhan has Dig, which in 4th place could be good. But I was going to say Koffagrigus... Kangaskhan with Dig could be good as a Dynamaxer. What is going on here? Why is this not working? Hold on, let me see if I do this, will this work? Will this load up properly? I wish that there was a way... Okay, Psychic Steel. Oh, there is Steel to the right, and then there is Water. So maybe we could get rid of like the Cherim and the Sceptile or something. Let's see. If we go for the Clink Clang, and then there's like that's Basque. Oh, Nidoqueen. Oh, Nidoqueen's better though, isn't it? And then there is but there is Cramorant. Ah, crud. This is awkward. Do we go for the 2 water types or do we go for a Nidoqueen? That is the question. Do we go for the Nidoqueen and just kind of accept, I don't know, having like a Cherim on our side? Or do we go for the water types and keep the Koffagrigus or something like that? This is, it's like good stuff, but not necessarily the most fantasticest stuff ever. Okay, I'm going to Breaking Swipe here because all my attacks are rubbish, and this thing's going to try and attack us twice. So that's my theory. And Donkey Kong, hello, welcome. Okay, that's not working. Let's see if I can... Hang on, let's see. Can I read the message, like, here? It's really annoying. I wish there was a way... Can I read the message, like, here? Is this the... Can I read it, like, here or something? Nope. Let me see. Hang on, I really do want to see if I can read this or not. Oh, hang on. I might have it. I might have it in a minute. Hang on. I may have it. Oh. Come on. Um, hang on, come on. Oh, here we go. Oh, I got it. Jellyfishing. I know that took forever. Satella, thank you so much. Again, I'm sorry that didn't come up. I'm glad I noticed that on my phone. But yeah, so everyone keep attacking. So like weather ball, water moves, all that stuff, okay? You know what really grinds my gears? Smokers at the casino flicking their ashes on the floor despite having an ashtray in front of them. Oh, really? Although here's the thing, coming from like England and the UK, we barely did any damage, but we'll do more this time. If we do weather ball and if we do max geyser, and if Kofagrigus has shadow ball, right? So as long as we do all that, we should do more damage this time. And I can probably attack with like a leaf storm next time or something. But if we attack with like water moves and stuff here, oh crud, max steel spike, hang in there, everyone. Oh, it is boosting its defense. Oh crud, did it boost its defense on the first turn? Because obviously our attacks will do. Oh no, solar beam. Oh, solar beam's really bad in the rain. No, what's going on? Oh no. Oh, what is going on? Because obviously that's not going to do very much because of the... Oh, God, that we've just wasted like 2 turns there. Okay, we're not going to beat this thing. We're not going to beat this thing in like 3 moves. I think I have to just keep going a breaking swipe because this thing attacks twice. You know what really shifts my gears? Shift gear. Oh gosh, no. Oh, and metal sound. Everything's getting worse. Oh no. Luckily, Clink Clang doesn't have any special moves, so... But yeah, Solar Beam is, like, weak in the rain, so that just does, like, nothing. That's, like, ×4 not very effective, basically. Right, here's the water. Oh, dang. Dang. Oh, if we'd have like weather ball twice, we would have won that. If we'd have weather ball twice in the rain, we would have won that. But okay, we'll have to. Yeah, we might have to. Okay, so if Barbarical, okay. Okay, I'm just gonna leaf storm now. And then hopefully this. Oh no! Did we use Sunny Day? Oh, sorry. I was meant to say that, but I can't. I don't think I did say anything about Max Geyser and the rain. But again, sorry. What I was thinking in my head is we'll get the rain set up by the Max Geyser, and then Cherim will use like weather balls like afterwards, and then we'll have like powered up Max Geysers and. Okay, I can see what happened there because we basically nerfed ourselves. Could sort of continue. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't like communicate the plan there. I was kind of hoping we would know that like Barbarical was going to set up the rain, but I do apologize. I took that for granted there. Oh, Stream Elements bot running. Oh well, now you like like stream elements bot. It's like, oh, I'm working now. Like, it's like, what? Why is it suddenly? Is it because I logged? Maybe it's because I logged into it or something. Okay. Clink Clang. I'm just gonna switch here because we need something or someone. And then, okay, we'll see who's next here. We'll have to figure this out. Do we go for the Nidoqueen or do we go for the Waters? Okay, here's what I'm actually thinking. Maybe if we get rid of, like, Cherim and Kofagrigus, I think we should go for the water types. Because Nidoqueen is a special attacker, whereas the other two are physical. So I think if we keep Cherim for the next 2 battles, and we get rid of Kofagrigus at the end of this one, I think if we have, like, a rain team, featuring Clink Clang, this will be the way to go. So, yeah. I am next, yes. I know that Sceptile would have been good, but, like, I know Sceptile would have been good against Basculin, but I wanted to make sure we had Clink Clang, because Clink Clang is good. And I can still use a Max Strike, and it will still be plenty powerful. Because it's based on Impact. So there we go. Okay, but yeah, so Cherim definitely, like, Sunny Day is definitely good here. Sorry, when we have Cherim, sorry, I do apologize, because, yeah, generally when we have Cherim, we just want to use, like, Sunny Day, but it's just on that previous battle, we were kind of, like, relying on the water type, because one of the, I think the reason I took that for granted is because I'd said with Cherim, when we, like, picked Cherim in the initial selections, I had said, I'm pretty sure I did say this, but I was like, oh, Cherim has Weather Ball, so, like, that's good, like, if we have a rain team. So I just had that in my head for, like, all the battles, and not just, like, you know, not just, like, the boss battle. Like, that's a useful strategy for, like, all the battles. So, again, I do apologize for the mix-up and the confusion there. We'll still be fine here. I don't think we lost too many lives or anything like that. So I think we should be fine here. It's not a problem. You guys are doing great. Fish! Okay. Right. Okay, so there's the sun. Here comes the sun. Amelia, you're going to bed. Thank you so much, Amelia. Thanks for playing along. Congrats on your shiny Tyrantrum. That was very cool. And hopefully we'll see you on another weekend. Right, Max Strike. We're going to slow this thing down. We're going to Solar Beam and all that lovely stuff. And then we'll take this from here. Oh, shiny Frigibacks for small shiny guy. Right, Solar Beam. Nice. Very nice. With lots of rice. Okay. Chat, we are cooking with fire now. So, we want to catch this. Yeah, I think if we get rid of Cophagrigus here, for Basculin... Again, I know Cophagrigus is a better matchup to a Cramorant than a Basculin, but still, we want to get the, you know, the, like, Nihilego team, like, all sorted, and this is just kind of what we need to do, unfortunately. So, if we get rid of Cophagrigus here, we will keep Cherim for one more turn. Here's the thing. I would go with a Max Mindstorm, so like a Psychic Fangs, on the Cramorant here. I know that like a Max Geyser could mathematically be stronger or something like that. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. But basically, we want Cherim's Sunny Day to work here. So if you set up the Max Mindstorm, then you will have a terrain up. Cherim can get the sun up. And then your second attack, your second Max Mindstorm, will be like even more powerful because you'll have Psychic Terrain up to boost your next Psychic move, and you will have the Sun up to boost your power as well. Although maybe Cherim's faster, I doubt it's faster, but it could be. So yeah, that's my theory, my game theory. And then Cherim can use Solar Beam on turn 2, and all that stuff will be lovely and good and wonderful. I am going to use a Metal Sound, because that's probably the way I can be most helpful. But yes. Okay. So let me just quickly move this and this. Fish. Okay, sweet. Okay. Kiba has the power. A round earlier than we had anticipated. So Kiba gets to have the power earlier. But yeah, no, nicely done with the Max Mindstorm. Again, is this going to do like a radical amount of damage? Not really. But the idea though is that this is like going to be our like setting up round here, okay? Like, okay, so you set up the terrain and I set up the metal sound, and then here's the next guy. Oh crud! Oh no, but it's faster than Cherim, right? So okay, hang in there, Clink Clang. Okay, and then yeah, so Cherim sets up the sun, perfect. So we get rid of the rain in Spain that falls over the plains. So there we go. So like now we can use like Solar Beam and like, so we can use Max Mindstorm, Solar Beam. I can use Giga Impact. Poison Jab does more because of the sun. I will just go with an impact, a Genshin Impact here, and then that'll do a ton of damage. So no, really nicely done, Team 4. We are working our way through this very nicely. Okay, nice. So look, see how much more damage that did, and then I used the impact. Look how much damage that did. Okay, it's using dive. See, that's then gonna not do a whole lot of damage because of the sun being up. So that's cool. Can Dynamax Cramorant get the fish? I would. Oh, that's a good question. Because the thing is, it can use dive, but it doesn't like ever hide underground. So I don't think it actually like hides underground, so I would be inclined to say no. Because I don't think it ever gets to go underground, is the thing. And because it did use dive, and then it didn't like cav a Pikachu or a fish, did it? So, but see, here's the weird thing. It like, with a Solar Beam, there is like an actual kind of like charging turn that you like. If a Dynamaxed Pokemon uses, so Cherim switch, it's time for Cherim to be ditched. Cherim switch, we're gonna do a Cherim switch. Oh, nicely done. Sorry, I realized it had been a couple of turns since I'd said about like, we'll go with like a water team and all that stuff. So well done, Sky, for being on that. Okay. So, yes. But yeah, so we'll have like a nice rain team thing here featuring Clink Clank. And then, yeah. Okay, but yeah, no. So if a Dynamax Pokemon uses Solar... Actually, no. If a Dynamax Pokemon uses Solar Beam, I don't think it has like a charging animation, does it? It does just use the attack. So I think when Dynamax Pokemon use like 2-turn moves, it's not just that they only take 1 turn. It's that they do actively skip that first turn. So like if the first turn has some kind of, it flew up in the air, it took in sunlight, it began charging, it lowered its head, whatever it is, I think like basically when a Dynamaxed opponent will like bypass that initial turn, it's not just that a 2-turn move only takes 1 turn, it's that first turn is skipped. And so I think that's why Cramorant's ability is like useless in Dynamax form. Right, you know what really great, but in theory you could dive, come back up, and then Dynamax, and I don't know if you'd have a fish in your mouth. So for example, like Sky here, if we'd have like not Dynamaxed and then we'd pass the Dynamax onto Sky, maybe you could get a big Cramorant with a fish in your mouth. But again, you'd basically have to like wait 3 turns. You'd have to have a 3-turn fight at a minimum, and then you'd have to have Cramorant like Dynamax on like turn 3 or something like that. Like, it's pretty wild. So opponent Cramorant won't have the fish. Although, see, it does have the little fish in its mouth in the sprite there. Notice. So it does have the little like Arrokuda in its mouth now. So, yeah. So I think maybe on our side, maybe we could get a Cramorant on our side. Like, we could have a Cramorant on our side, maybe, that is big and has a fish in its mouth. But opponent Cramorants, no. but it's very elaborate. Is this one of the few frontiers of the Dynamax Adventures we are yet to test? Is this like, you know, like the one of the few things we have, like we've done like double helping hand, we've used instruct helping hand, you know, like all that kind of stuff. Could we get a Cramorant? That is interesting. That is, but that's the thing, I do wonder if like the fish would disappear upon Dynamaxing. I do wonder if just the fish or the Pikachu or whatever would like disappear. It'd be interesting though. I mean, you could also just test it in the games, couldn't you? Like you could like set up like a Dynamax battle or do like a gym battle or you know, you could do like the fight against Mustard or something like that. You could do like the fight against Mustard and just like use a Cramorant in it and see what happens. But maybe even Bulbapedia says like, oh, if you have a fish in your mouth, it disappears upon Dynamaxing. But right, Clink Clang is a no. Basculin is also a no. Will we, like on Lara, get a Cheeto-dusted Cramorant? No. Looked it up, it loses the fish. Okay, well, we don't need to do it then, I guess. So yeah, no. So we do not need to ever set up an elaborate scenario where it's like, Kieran, our only hope of victory is if you use Dive, and if we hold off Dynamaxing and then you Dynamax. Like, no. So, okay, thank you for that, Xander. Clink Clang, no. Basculin, no. Cramorant, no. Will we get the Golden Nihilego? No. It's a Nihilate, no. It doesn't even fire it just disappears. Yeah, that sounds about right. We did have, there was like some other ability or something, wasn't there, where I think we did do it or test it or whatever, and like when you Dynamax, you kind of lose it or something like that. I think we did have something where Dynamaxing like removed something or reset something. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so let's just check. So no. Let's just check gentle. There you go. There's always a gentle or relax, naughty, modest, and calm. I'll go with the naughty. Everybody's naughty. And freeze, finish. Okay. So, so chat, here is the question. Do we actually have enough people for a Celesteela and a Celesteela ticket? That is my question. If we were able to do some kind of Kiba, Kieran, Sky, Celesteela, then let's go for it. But if not, this could be the end of the stream. It isn't the end of the stream, but I'm just saying, if we don't meet that criteria, then it could be like the end of the stream. Okay. Okay, so Sky can do Celesteela, but doesn't have the ticket. Kieran can do Celesteela, but doesn't have the ticket. So it's all up to Kiba. If Kiba has a Celesteela ticket, if I have remembered correctly, and not confused Kiba for Kevin, then we could maybe do a Celesteela. Kieran, do you mind if I ask, because you've now got this, like, extra profile, what was, like, your process for playing through the game again and get, like, are you just in the mid, like, did you just go straight to the Dynamax adventure and unlock it, like, you know, the way that you can within an hour of starting the game? Also, Kiba has the ticket, so why don't we do that? Let's have the, like, the KKSK team. The almost special K. It is the special K team, and it is like S for Sky. But yeah, so but why don't we do that? So let's make sure we're connected to the internet. We'll talk to the lady. We'll say anything goes, and then we'll do Celesteela. You did not go straight to the D8. You refused to lose to Peony. Well, then just get some Destiny Bond Pokemon with Quick Claws. You could do that. Oh, no, okay. So Cuba will give us a code. Cuba. Will we get Politoed? Right. 0817 0648. That's the code. Ready, set, keeper. That wouldn't be fun. Yes, it would. That would be hilarious. Chat, raise your hand if you thought going against like level 70 Peony with some like level 20 like Ghastlies or whatever that both had Quick Claws, that had Destiny Bond. You'd have to reset the game a bunch of times for it to like work, but who would think that would be hilarious? Like if you won a battle by like having 2 Destiny Bonds with Quick Claws like pay off, would that not be hilarious and kind of fun to do? I very much disagree with the notion that wouldn't be fun. I think that would be fun and hilarious. Right, Celesteela, it's like a Skarmory. Fire and Electric are what work best here, because they're the 2 things that are super effective. Focus Sash, Endeavor, Quick Attack. There's also that, yeah. I mean, the Focus Sash, it'd be like, where would you acquire the Focus Sash? But then again, where would you acquire the Quick Claw? But you could also do Sturdy. You can get an Aron, a level 1 Aron, and name it Sheila. Right, okay. Sigilyph, Shiinotic. Shiinotic does have Weather Ball. I will always just throw out the Weather Ball option. Sigilyph does have Rain Dance. I will always throw out the Weather Ball option. Because Vanillish is weak to Steel, and Beware is just rubbish against a Steel type. I'm going to go for Marshtomp because we have a Rain team going, apparently. And then Sandaconda can change the Rain to Sandstorm, which is something else. So I think it would be funny. That's all I'm saying. It might take a lot of effort, and I don't know where you'd get all the Quick Claws and blah, 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 but still. Okay, but no, so how are you, like... Okay, so Combuskin is to the left. We definitely want the Combuskin. Combuskin makes me feel good. What's the Fury? Comfey. Oh, and then there's Ordino, which has Flamethrower, so... I actually have a little bit of a plan here. Do you want to hear my plan? Would you like to hear my plan? I think we should switch... I think we should do all 3 switches available to us, okay? But, Bo, what? Here's my theory, my game theory. I think we should get rid of Shiinotic and maybe Marshtomp, maybe Sigilyph. Can't remember which one is better, to be honest. But here's my theory. I think if we had... Probably we keep the Marshtomp now that I think about it. If we switch Sandaconda for Combuskin, okay? Sandaconda for Combuskin, so that we have Combuskin in 4th place, right? That's stage 1. Stage 2, I think we should go against the Rabombi, because Rabombi has Fake Tears, and Fake Tears is really good for both Fire Pledge and for Flamethrower. So we could do like Fake Tears strats. And then... Oh, okay, there's the Sandspit. But yeah, we kind of want to get rid of this Sandspit, because that's just going to be annoying, basically. I would just attack. We don't need to, like, use Rain Dance. We can just, like, attack here. I mean, we've just KO'd it anyway. But yeah, we did it. Well done, Team 1. We're going to get rid of Sandaconda here anyway, because Sandaconda's in 4th place, isn't it? So if Sandaconda is in the 4th slot, whoever's in the 4th slot, switch for Combuskin. But I think it was Sandaconda, wasn't it? And that means, and that's like, I'm 90. You said never mind because we beat it in one turn, or you said never mind because just attacking it anyway, even if we had moved on to a next turn, attacking it anyway would have just been like the faster thing. Okay, so Combuskin, yeah, so let's have 2 Johto Hoenn starters. Yeah, so let's get rid of Sandaconda, Ralsei. If we have Combuskin for Sandaconda, dooba 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 donda. But no, if we go for a Bombi, also we can use a max airstream here. Oh, there is a scientist. Okay, Kiba, with your your Shinotic, do you want to science away your Shinotic? Because you could do that if you like. You could science away your Shinotic, and that could be quite fun. I am sorry, Kieran, you are going to have to... You are in that 4th place slot, so you are going to have to keep the Combuskin. But I think Kiba could do some science here, because like this doesn't really matter, and we're only streaming twice a week now. Yeah. Oh, because we're going to beat it. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh, sorry. You probably said about the sand... Oh, sorry. You probably put the first comment, like, when the sand spit happened. But yeah, we then, like, were doing so much damage to it. Okay. So, yeah, I probably just read the chat quite late. But the Nevermind wasn't there when I initially saw it. So that's my bad. Okay. But okay, here we go. So, Rabombi, the joys of 10-second delays, and then also the OBS chat not always uploading as quickly as it could do. Sometimes, I swear sometimes it, like, does get messages in faster than others, but... Anyway, so, yes. So, Dynamax. Oh, Hitmonchan. Oh, that has a fire move. And an electric move. So, but yeah, okay. Okay, we have a team here. Oh. Oh, crud. Oh, this is annoying, because our powers combining will be not very good here. That really sucks. Because Combuskin's going to be faster. Unless I'm faster than Combuskin. No. Okay, because it always goes to the move that's super effective. Like, sort of... Like, if you take the 2 moves and you look at which is super effective against the other, we would want Fire Pledge, but... Oh, no, wait, I used Waterfall, didn't I? So, no, we're okay. Good. Okay, we wouldn't have wanted the combination, because it would have just used a strong Water Pledge, and that wouldn't have worked, I don't think. We do want Fire Pledge to stay Fire Pledge. I will use Pledge now for the memes, but I didn't think about the Pledge combo. Even though I pointed out, like, oh, 2 starters, I didn't think about the Pledge combo, but I kind of forget how it works, to be honest. But basically it would be... It's like, whoever is slower uses whichever of the 2 moves is, like, super effective against the other. Like, if you're using 2 Pledge moves, one of them will always be super effective against the other. So, like, if you have fire and grass, it's fire. If you have fire and water, it's water. If you have water and grass, it's grass. So, because we had fire and water, I think it would have been a water pledge. But then Marshtomp would have used it because it's slower. So, you would have got the stab on it, which is nice. But it wouldn't have been super effective. So, it doesn't really do a whole lot. Anyway, Buck. So we have Hitmonchan. So if we've got Ordino next, I am just gonna switch it. Or Sigilyph could switch. I kind of forgot about Sigilyph, but I think I'm gonna switch just because basically it was either me or Sigilyph. Okay, so Sigilyph can switch for the Ordino next time, and then we'll be good, basically. But yeah, I'm gonna go for the... I'll go for the... I think basically Rabombi is probably better than Marshtomp anyway here. So, I mean, I could have used like a Max Quake, maybe, but... But yeah. Fracture does have X Scissor, right? I think it has like Breaking Swipe, X Scissor. Does it have Outrage? And then it has like Giga Impact or something? Can't remember. But yeah, so we're gonna have lots and lots of literal firepower here for the final battle, and that'll be good, and that'll be a nice way to round out the stream. Okay, so I'm going to max flutter, bye, and this will lower its special attack, so that's helpful. And then here we go. Do. Okay, let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. Sorry, I've gone all quiet. I haven't looked at the spreadsheet at all because we just haven't really... I mean, it's funny, like, so we kind of need the spreadsheet at the beginning, but then usually once we get to the end, we just don't really even need it. It's sort of sad. Right, here's the max flutter. Bye. I think like a year ago I began in a drought. Like I had like 3 Pokemon in like a week and a bit, and then I had like a massive drought afterwards. I can't remember, but right, there's the Psychic. Can we get special defense down? No, there's a power-up punch. More like a power-up lunch. Very good. I like it. I like it a lot. And then low sweep, baby low sweep. Very good as well. We get the speed, so we've got speed down, special attack down. It's using Draining Kiss, but look, that did nothing. Nothing. Is it even going to heal itself back up halfway? No. So as long as we all just keep doing what we're doing, particularly with that powered up punch, we should be winning here, I think. We should be doing a good job and all that. So here's the max flutter. Bye. Oh, very nice. Blue. Oh, critical hit as well. Blue. Okay. Right. Come on, Psychic. And then we're just like a power-up punch away from victory. Yes. Well done, Team 5. I feel alive. So Sky will switch. It's time for Sigalith to be ditched. And there we go. Yeah, I need to go through, I need to find, after this, so I need to change Nightbot, that's for sure. But then, I need to change Nightbot and for, hang on. And, there we go. Okay, so order no for Sigalith, we'll then get some berries and then we'll switch. No, very well done, Team 5, this is going very well, I will just say. It's a shame we couldn't have had this team for, like, Kartana, maybe? But I'll take it for, Celesteela, that's not a problem. Right, berries! Are we going to ignore the berries? Well, look, we're at full lives, full health. This could be, I'm not going to jinx it, but this could be a flawless victory. So let's see if we can bring it home. Sigalith is one of those Pokemon that has grown on me over the years. I thought it was weird looking at first, but now you really like it. Sky, I would say the same. I wasn't really that fussed about Sigalith, but I like it more than I did. Right, I'm going to fake tears, more like a fake beer. And then this will help you guys out. We might even be able to one-shot it. Well, like, not one-shot it, but one-turn it. Also, that is a very cool avatar, I just want to say. It's like my avatar, but like... It's like my sword avatar, but with green hair. I like it. And a green jumper. You've always liked Sigalith, Karen says. Actually, guys, are there any Pokemon you have that you didn't like that have grown on you? I can't think of anything immediately off the top of my head. So, like, maybe I'd need to look through. I think there are some Pokemon where, like, maybe, like, once they evolved, I liked them a bit more or something. Like, I like Misdreavus more than I did when, like, I was a kid or something like that. Because it, like, got an evolution, and I quite like the evolution. And the physical special split did help with some Pokemon. I probably like Cyndaquil more now than I did as a kid. Even though it probably is still one of my lesser favorite starters. But don't tell Kevin. Right, I'm just going to fake tears again, because I don't really. Right, and then, bloop, 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 bloop. Right, Fire Punch, more like a fire lunch. Yeah, I guess it was too bulky to be, like, one-turned, but... If we'd have had something like Torkoal, where the sun was already up, and then we'd had, like, more stab fire, that would have been pretty sweet, but... Yeah, if we had something like Torkoal instead of Ordino, and maybe like Marowak instead of Hitmonchan or something, like if you still had like 2 specials and a physical, something like that could be strong enough, but still, we did it, Team 5. I feel alive, unlike the Celesteela. So, well done, everyone. Very nice work. Let's get some stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. It's time for Bo to shame his fans. Do we have... oh, well, Stream Elements has 25 experience points in the top fans. Wait, Nightbot doesn't get a thingamajig, but Stream Elements does? That seems sus. Okay, so, but do we have like 16 likes or so? Do we have more than that? It would be fun if we had more than that. Okay. So if you haven't liked the video, now is a brilliant time to do so. Combuskin is a no. I also like how on Combuskin's, on like our left, but it's right, it kind of looks like it just has like 1 big claw, but it's 3 that are just lined up. Rabombi is not pink. Ordino is not purple. But will we get... a silver thing itself? No, it's just, I keep messing up for Celesteela. Will we get the white bamboo Celesteela? No. Oh well, I was asking for that. Okay, Combuskin's a no, Rabombi's a no, Ordered no, and Celesteela. Let's just check some stuff. We got Quiet. Oh, so quiet. And Rabombi as well. Oh, wow. Adamant, Modest, Hardy. These are all pretty alright. And then Quiet is interesting. I'm going to go with the Rabombi, though. A Modest Rabombi. That sounds pretty fun. So, chat. My lovely chat. I need to go back and figure out how long it's been since I last got a shiny. Maybe I could do that on camera. Maybe I'll do it off camera. I don't know. What is my number of points like? I actually genuinely... 380, okay. I'll get like 2 Beast Balls quick, why not? I have 62 of them. But yeah, once we only have Ultra Beasts, maybe I will start trying to like whittle those down, you know? But, okay. 700 hours, we passed the 700-hour mark. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Do you guys ever, like, sort of when this little coin thing on the, like, left is spinning around, does it ever sometimes look like it's kind of turning part way, and then it almost kind of looks like it's beginning to turn back, but then it kind of doesn't? Okay, anyway, Buck. So well done, everyone. Thank you so much. We had 69 hours when I first hopped back onto this to like prep for the streams. I think I played for about like 2 hours or so. You know, like transferring in Pokemon, evolving a couple of things, to get the, you know, the shiny charm. And then, you know, actually like playing through the DLC and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a funny old thing. It's a funny old thing. Let's just quickly check. Pokemon Shield. Pokemon Shield. Oh, the Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu was last time. So when did we get Tapu Bulu? That was 28th of July. Okay. So that was a few days before. Okay, so 28th of July. Let me just write that down, and then I can figure out from there afterwards, like, you know, how many shinies we've got. I might put a thing on the spreadsheet for it. Okay. So So. Chat, you guys have been wonderful. I won't draw it out any further than that. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining me yesterday. Thank you for continuing to join me on these weekends. I know that this series is... I know that the streams and everything are quieter than they were, so I do appreciate all of you guys who still show up and still make time for me. I do appreciate it. I will see you next Saturday or something. Well, I think like maybe next weekend there might be some Pokemon Go stuff, so don't quote me on being available both days. We'll figure it out. There could be some kind of change in the times, but I think probably the Saturday at like 11 a.m. should be good, and then hopefully Sunday 2 p.m. should be good. But anyway, in the meantime, thank you so much. Please take care. I really appreciate the love and support. Have a wonderful week. Xander, good luck back at work now that you're back at work. And take care, everyone. Lots of love. Like the video if you haven't already. Bye-bye.